cross product, here result also going to be a vector quantity. In case of dot product, it was used in physics to find the work done by a force. And this cross product introduced in physics to understand the moment of force or torque of a force. So what is cross product? Cross product will be a vector quantity. Okay, let me draw these two vectors, vector A and B. This is A vector, this one B vector. Sense of this angle that as if you are rotating it from vector A to vector B. And then we are taking one unit vector. Actually, cross product is a vector quantity. I want to represent it in 2D. Proper representation in 2D is not possible. That's why I've taken vectors that way. See, it's like this, A vector, B vector. Where does the end cap go? End cap is going to be perpendicular to both the vectors. And it is unit vector. So it is lying in different plane. If these two lying in xy plane, this is lying in, you can see that this is lying along z axis. This is x, this is y. This is going to be along z axis. Okay? So these two vectors A and B lying in the plane of paper. End cap is coming out of the plane of paper. Before definition, this setup is required to get the proper idea of the cross product between two vectors. So let the vectors A and B lie on the plane of paper. I mean here computer board, desktop. And end cap be the unit vector perpendicular to the plane of A and B. So what does it mean? If we are taking vector A and B in the plane of paper, end cap is coming out or going in. But here we are taking coming out because sense of angle also matters. Okay? Sense of rotation also matters. How? It is because you are taking the sense of angle from A to B. Imagine your right hand is there. Fingers curl from vector A to vector B and thumb along vector end cap. It's like that. If it does not rotate from A to B, it is rotating from B to A, then unit vector will be inward. Then proper definition is possible. Okay? So this is A, this is B, and this is our end cap vector. A to B, fingers of right hand curled. Then end cap in what direction? Along the direction of thumb. That's why this cross product has another name that is called right hand thumb rule. Okay? Fingers of, what is that? Fingers of right hand curl from vector A to vector B, and n cap is along the thumb. N cap is along the direction of thumb. Now, what is A cross B? Cross product is A cross B. How do you define it? It is defined as A cross B equal to AB sin theta n cap. This is definition of cross product. A cross B, you can see in your book written mod A, mod B, sin theta n cap. Same thing. Vector without arrow means its modulus. So if you write it is AB sin theta into n cap only, then it is perfectly alright. This is definition of what? Definition of cross product, A to B. So we make an important observation that what? One important observation, a note. A cross B is a vector perpendicular to what? Perpendicular to the plane of AB. Why? Why did you say that? Because as A cross B is a vector directed along n cap. Am I correct? As it is directed along n cap, so A cross B is a vector which is directed along n cap. So A cross B is perpendicular to the plane of A, and very important concept. Very important. This is number one note. Number two, if you take B cross A, then what will you get? B cross A will be BA sin theta. You curl the finger of your right hand from B to A vector. Then thumb will be the direction of n cap. But here, n cap is fixed up. So this will be the direction of minus n cap. It's alright. So this is coming to be minus AB sin theta n cap. So just observe these two. Number one and here number two. From 1 and 2, what do you say? That B cross A is equal to minus A cross. Okay? If you change the order, then bring a sign which is opposite to the previous one. Got it? Hope you have understood. B cross A is minus of A cross B. We are going to do third observation there. That is A cross A. And one very important conclusion we can draw here. This implies that cross product is not commutative. Clear? Understood? It is not commutative. Because for commutative, B cross A should be A cross B. Like A dot B equal to B dot A. But here it is not. Negative sign is coming. So it is not commutative. What is A cross A? This is going to be 0. Okay. So what will be a conclusion? Therefore, dot product between similar vectors will be 0. And suppose in this context, if you say A cross B equal to 0, what does it mean? This implies that theta a cross b 0 means what? AB sine theta n cap 0. So 0 means 0 vector, 0 into anything. So this will imply AB sine theta 0. But A and B not equal to 0, therefore sine theta 0. Sine theta 0 means what? Theta 0, pi, etc. So two parallel vectors or two antiparallel vectors, their cross product must vanish. Parallel vector means like this, A and B, they are parallel. Antiparallel means like this, A and B. In this case, theta is what? 0 degree. And here theta is what? 180 degree or pi. So what will be the conclusion here? The conclusion is, therefore, for two parallel or antiparallel vectors, for two parallel or antiparallel vectors, their cross product must vanish. Okay? Now we are writing everything under observation only. So let us make another observation there, that in 3D coordinate geometry, what's the result going to be for I cross I? Angle is 0 degree, so this is going to be 0. This is J cross J, result going to be 0. This is K cross K, that is also 0. Okay? So cross product between two similar vectors 0. That's why I cross I is 0, J cross J 0, K cross K is also 0. What about I cross J? If you do I cross J, curl your finger from I to J vector. Then K coming towards me. So this is going to be K only. But if you have taken J cross I, then the result will be minus K. What about J cross K? J cross K, if you curl the finger, thumb is going along I. So it is I cap. But K cross J, the result going to be minus I cap. K cross I, the result is J. But if we take I cross K, the result will be minus J. Clear? Understood? And the fifth one, this you never forget. Okay, I'm helping you to remember it easily. For similar, you did not remember anything because this is quite obvious that if they are similar, the result will be 0 because angle between them is 0. But how to remember this paradox? When it is plus, when it is minus, that I'll tell you. So if this is our I, this is J, and this is K, then use this arrow diagram. What arrow diagram? If you are taking I cross J, result will be K, the next one. J cross K, result will be I. K cross I, result will be J. But if you have taken opposite manner, it will become J cross I, not along the direction of arrow, so it will be minus K. Clear? This way you can remember. If this cyclic order is maintained, then cross product between any two conjugative will be equal to the next one. Clear? Hope you have understood. Fifth observation. It will obey distributive law. A cross B plus C. Proof I am avoiding right now because proof that mathematical we are doing it for the sake of physics. So proving will be arising in mathematics, not here. Cross product commutative will not prove. We'll assume it is true. A cross B plus C equal to A cross B plus A cross C. Now, if we try to find the cross product between two vectors A and B in terms of I, J, K when they are written, then what will be the result? Let us take A equal to, let A equal to A1 I, B1 J, C1 K, and BJ2I, B2J plus C2K. What is the result of the cross product here? That A cross B, how to write? You write A1I cap, B1J cap, C1K cap cross this thing. That A2I cap, B2J cap, C2K cap. Okay? Now go step by step. Distributive, this on all these A1, A2 into 0. Why? I cross I will be coming. I cross J is what? K. Then I cross K is what? See, it is not following the order, no? We should remember this thing, this cyclic order. I, J, and K. Okay? So A1 say to I cross K in opposite manner. It will be minus J plus B1 A2 J cross I. It will be minus K. B1 B2. B1 B2 will be what? B1 B2 going to be J cross J. So B1 B2 into 0. B1 C2 J cross K. J cross K is what? See? I. So if you keep this cyclic order in front of you, then it will be easier. Then one part is left. We have done this thing also. Now this with the rest. C1 A2 K cross I J plus C1 B2 J, no, K cross J. K cross J will be minus I. Then it will be, now the result is, looks very complicated to remember. We will not remember, better to say. See how I am explaining this part. This is I cap. J cap is what? J cap is what? How many J caps are there? That's C1 A2 and A1 C2. Take them together. Okay. And then K cap. K cap contain what? Alright. Now I'm trying to find something in mathematical form. A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. We arrange them. See the product over there? What is going to be? B1, C2, B2, C1. Then, then what do you have? C1, A2 minus A1, C2. Is it changed? So these are not going to do. Instead, if I do one thing, I'm keeping a minus sign outside. Next step, I'm doing it. It is B1, C2, B2, C1, I cap minus A1, C2 minus A2, C1, J cap. Am I correct? What's the difference with the previous step? Because now it is going to be A1, C2. See, look at this. A1, C2 minus A2, C1. And next one, A1, B2 minus A2, B1. Agree or not? Next one going to be what? A1, B2 minus A2, B1. We'll remember this by using a little bit concept of determinant expansion. We can write this as, just see the way I'm writing here. I'll be writing that A1, I mean IJK I'm writing here. And here I'm writing A1, B1, C1. Can I write this? I can write this. Then what's the advantage? If I minimize the screen, it will be easier for you to understand. This expansion will be what? I1 into this one. What? That B1, C2, B2, C1. Downward arrow positive, upward arrow negative. That's why B1, C2 minus B2, C1. Minus J into what? See, when you are taking I, then remove this row and this column. B1, C2, B2, C1 is there. When you are taking J, then what is going to happen? You remove the row and the column, corresponding column. Then the remaining part. Remaining part is what? For J, A1, C2 minus A2, C1. And for K, what? K into A1, B2 minus A2, B1. This is called determinant. The whole cross product we can find easily, nicely, quickly by using this method. I am showing you one direct example here. You take A equal to 3I plus 2J minus 4K and B equal to I plus 3J plus 5K. Okay? Let us find A cross B. First we write A cross B equal to what? I JK, that will be along row. I cap, J cap, K cap along row. Then what? 3, 2, minus 4. And this is 1, 3, 5. Clear? Understood? So now expansion part. I am expanding now. First I'll take I, turn of I. This one column of 2 into 5 minus, am I clear? Then what? Minus j into what? 3 into 5 minus 4 into 1 plus k into what? 3 into 3 minus 2 into 1. So this is going to be 10 plus 12, 22 I cap. Then 15 plus 4, 19 minus 19 G cap. And then 9 minus 2, 7 K cap. Alright? Hope you have understood. So this way you can find cross product between any two vectors. Now what going to be the geometrical representation of this cross product? That I'll tell you. Geometrical representation of cross product. Geometrical interpretation of cross product. What does it represent? A cross B. Imagine we are forming a parallelogram by, sides of parallelogram. A and B form the sides of parallelogram. Imagine the parallelogram is going to be completed for the sake of cross product result. Okay, this is being completed. O A B C. What does A cross B represent in this parallelogram? A cross B, I remind you here. A cross B, as you have seen, it is AB sin theta in cap. Isn't it? Now, if you take mod of two sides, what do you get? AB sin theta mod in cap, that is AB sin theta only. Draw a perpendicular here from B to M. Draw a perpendicular, and this angle is theta. So, area of parallelogram is what here in this diagram? Area of OACB. You know, OA into MB. OA is what? Mod A. MB is what? OB sin theta. Isn't it? MB is OB sin theta. So it is mod A, mod B sin theta. This is what? This is what? Mod of A cross B. This is nothing but mod of A cross B. So geometrically, it represents area of a parallelogram whose sides means whose adjacent sides are So what is the area of this parallelogram whose adjacent sides are given there? What we'll do here, we'll find A cross B simply. Just A cross B. Because answer is mod of A cross B only. So what is A cross B there? I, J, K, and this is 2 minus 1, 4, 1, 3 minus 5. The result will be 5 minus 12 minus j into minus 10 minus 4 plus k into 6 minus minus 1, that is plus 1. So minus 7i plus 14j plus 7k. একটু পরে করছি আমি ক্লাসে 14j plus 7k. Okay, so mod of A cross B will be what? Root over 7 square 14 square plus 7 square. So 7 square is common. 1 plus 4 plus 1, that is mod A cross B. Result is mod A cross B, 7 root 6. So required answer for this question is 7 root 6. Required area equal to 7 root 6 square unit. Here, just find the result and remember this concept always, that downward arrow will be negative. Upward arrow, no, downward arrow will be positive, upward arrow negative. I have done that concept. Simple. Now let us find one very important result here by using the concept of cross product. That in a triangle we are going to prove the sine rule. A, B and C, this one A vector, this one is A, B, this one C. What are you going to prove there? A by sine A, B by sine B, C by sine C. Proof is that. This we are going to prove. To prove that A by sine A, B by sine B, C by sine C. So again we go by this thing by assuming that BC equal to A vector. You know how to do? In dot product we have done this way only. A vector we have taken. This is B vector and this is C vector. A is the length of side. No, this A, B, C and capital A, capital B, capital C, they have usual meanings. A stands for what? Length of side opposite to angle A. B stands for what? Length of side opposite to B. C for length of side opposite to C. What we have done there? We have taken BC as vector A. Length is A, so we can take. Choice of vector is ours. We have taken this BC as A, C as B, AB as C. Then what about A plus B plus C? In figure, in this diagram, A plus B plus C is a zero vector, isn't it? So this implies A plus B minus C. Taking cross product with C. C cross A plus B will be what? C cross minus C. Minus, if you take common, it is coming C cross C. What is the result of C cross C? Equal vector, their cross product must vanish. So the right hand side is 0. Isn't it? Right hand side is equal to 0. Now C cross A is what? The angle between them is pi minus B. This angle is pi minus B. So this is going to be, and another thing, C cross A, when you consider, it is coming outward. When you consider C cross B, that rotation sense tells that this is also coming outward. This way, no? When you consider, wait a minute, C cross A and C cross B. Wait. C is this way, A this way. So C to A, if you call, it is coming to A. C cross B, B this way. B is like this. C cross B, if you want to find, then it will go inward. Am I correct? So there it will be C into A sine pi minus B. I am taking n cap. And this is C cross B sine pi minus A minus n cap. Okay, clear? This is minus n cap equal to 0. So this implies C into A. So we not write modulus again. No, modulus already taken. Well, vector products we have already considered. So there it will be C into A sin B, C into B sin A n cap. So this implies AC sin B minus BC sin A equal to 0. So you divide both sides by C. What does it imply? This implies A sin B minus B sin A 0. A sin B equal to B sin A. Therefore, A by sin A equal to B by sin A. Clear? So you have kept A plus B on one side, cross multiplied by C. If you keep B plus C on one side, if you write the same manner, B plus C equal to minus A, take cross product with A. What will you get? B plus C cross A so B cross A. Again you just proceed the same manner. This will be what? B cross A plus C cross A equal to 0 in the triangle ABC. This is A, B, and this is C. So what is B cross A? Just look at the diagram. B cross A, finger you have to curl in opposite sense. So minus n cap will be there. B A sine pi minus C minus n cap. And C cross A is what? C A sine pi minus B n cap. Okay? So this implies AB sine C okay. So just divide both sides by what? Divide both sides by A. So this implies B sine C equal to C sine B. Therefore, so this is basically application in trigo of cross product. So just combine these two. If you combine these two, we'll be getting A by sine A, B by sine B, C by sine C. Hope you have understood. It's okay.